We're back. Fucking hell.
What?
Look at fucking spaceman that we've got. Oh, he's muted again.
I'm in. Week 2. I was timing myself to see how long it would take.
Oh, mate. Unbelievable.
Same
boys.
problems. But yeah.
We're back. We are back for week 2. Buzzing.
BCD.
Yeah. Absolutely cannot wait for this.
Huge.
Yeah, as you know, obviously the first one's gone out tonight. So hopefully that'll take off. And we have a special guest in for this evening's poddy, which 2 of us already know. Beige, you haven't met Greg yet. We'll bring him in a sec. So yeah, we've got a few questions that we're going to ask him, which will be good. Ready to go?
Buzzing.
Yeah. He's sitting there. He's waiting to come in. So we'll bring him in. Yeah, we'll bring him in.
Can't wait.
Did you get them headphones from
anyway,
Turkey?
Boys.
Oh, did you get them headphones from Turkey or what?
Here he is.
Oh, boys.
Here he is.
Gregory, what's going
Our
on?
first guest on the BCD.
Do you want to grab? Have we got headphones? Oh, I don't have any headphones. Sorry, boys. I feel
See,
like
when
I
you-
left one out.
No, don't worry about it.
No, it's all good. Welcome, mate. How have you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, you're not too bad. Not too bad. I don't think you've met Beige at the top there, have you?
He's at the bottom for me, but no, I've heard good things though.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Apart from his ring.
apart from his ring.
Got it on again. Got it on again.
Tom Brady is back.
Have we all got a beer?
I have, yeah.
Cheers,
Cheers.
and yours. Yeah,
Oh,
boys. Cheers.
Merlot.
Yeah, that's all I've got today, boys.
Oh, what we got, Lou?
That's
In a can as well. I mean, do you know what I mean? The stories of him are true. He turns up with a can of Desperado on a podcast.
I did bring a glass, but
Nah, don't worry about it. Oh, boys, just before we get started, I'm just going to... Sorry, I'm a bit hot. Sorry.
Oh, what the top that is.
Sorry, boys. We'll get started now.
Before we start, obviously you boys had a game last night, didn't you?
We did.
I've watched the highlights. What was it? 2-1.
We won 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, decent. I saw Joe K. You made an appearance. That was good. What did you get last night?
What, money-wise? I can't say online, mate.
Hell of a 45 minutes, I must say.
Yeah, do you know what?
45. What does that take you to this year? 70
That
minutes.
takes me to...
Wait.
we including training as well.
Can't believe
come
that. It's January.
Man of the match, first game.
70 minutes. Mate, you got man of the match because you give them their goal, I saw. You got an assist for them.
I did get an assist. What a set, by the way. Just took the pace off the ball, set him, youngster scores. No, it was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that you're still playing, boys, to be fair. Not everyone is as lucky to be able to carry on playing, so it's good.
No, it is good, to be fair. I'm happy.
Okay, right. So, Greg, I sent you some questions in the week. We'll list through them. A few of us will ask different questions as we go. Very generic. What will happen with this, if we go over, we'll have a bit of a break, or just obviously this will finish in 40 minutes. So we'll come back to the same link if we haven't finished and we'll carry on, all right?
Go.
Okay, so I'll kick it off, all right? Obviously, you are an attacking player. So question 1, your favourite goal. Now, this can be anywhere. Obviously, you score some bangers in training, which no one sees. They can be from training, preferably from a game, or both, if they are equally as good. So I'll let you kick it off.
Well, I have one answer here. It was a Carling Cup game against Rochdale.
Already starts dropping that.
No, but I'm gonna change it. I'm changing it.
Quality.
I'm changing it to a goal in the warm up. It was Premier League, but
I told you boys he'd be big time.
It's on my Instagram, to be fair. You can scroll down and have a look. We were doing sets and I got set for a volley. Caught it perfect, just flew in the top corner.
What ground was that at? Was that at home?
The Liberty Stadium, Swansea.
Oh, Welsh boys.
But a good story about that. I finished the game I text the boy saying, "Oh, I scored an unreal goal in the warm-up." And then about 3 days later, it got sent to me on Instagram in my DMs from the crowd.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, unreal. I'll be sure to check that out because I haven't seen it, to be fair.
That's a good goal.
You must score a lot of goals in the warm-up, Joey.
Can we not? Not.
You know
Come
what?
on.
Joe could be top scorer in training.
Yeah,
Someone has to be. Someone has to be. I do.
What about you, Lou? You scored any goals?
No, mate.
So you won't really get much, Gregor. You won't really get much out of Beige.
He's just here for. He comes here. He brings a can of Desperado. He looks the part. That's why we have him on the poddy.
He
That's
does
why we
look
have him
the
on the
part.
DC.
He does look
He
the part.
does. Let me tell you, I've seen. Obviously, I coach with the boys, and I've seen Lou in action when he's attempting to score goals. He has got a bit, to be fair to him, and he's played reserve football for Peacehaven.
Is there anything
Reserve,
like,
yeah, good one.
the best Welsh left back in the world, Harry Schumann?
Well, I don't know. To be fair, I played against him pre-season. He doesn't get up and down that line as much as he used to.
No.
And then I played with him at Saltdean, but he played an attacking role in Saltdean that he did all right, to be fair.
Yeah.
Saltdean legend.
I was in his pocket, to be fair, when we played in pre-season.
Oh, that's true.
I don't want to get into that, Greg. Do you know what I mean? You're our special guest tonight. So, okay, it brings you on to question 2. Now, I'd imagine there's quite a few for this. I've put down a favourite moment in football. Now, this can be, again, anything. So, hit us. Maybe it's signing for Hull City, whatever it might have been, a certain goal you scored. I don't know. Tell us what you've got.
Signing for Hull obviously was up there, but I think my first senior goal for Hull probably tops it. That you can't beat that feeling. That was in a cup game against Accrington, my debut.
Yeah.
As a header as well. You don't normally score headers, but
yeah, decent that. Who did you sign under? Was it Steve Bruce?
Steve Bruce.
Good manager?
Did you?
Yeah, he was a good manager. I'll tell you what, he's a good like players manager, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he weren't incredible with tactics or he weren't amazing in training, but he got the best out of his players. And sometimes that works for teams.
I was going to say, did you, when you scored, what was the celebration, or was it all just a bit surreal?
Yeah, it was all a bit surreal. I'm not very good at celebrating, as you know.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I think by the time I could think about it, everyone was like all on top of me.
Yeah.
Which helped me out a bit. Otherwise, I would have looked a bit weird. I would have done
just stood there after you scored. Quality.
That must have been mental, that, especially scoring. But also signing for such a big club. I bet that was just at such a young age as well, Greg. I bet that was not out of the blue, but just sort of, like Joey said, a bit surreal for you, coming almost from non-league to Premier League. It just must have been mad.
It was a bit strange. I was having trials at places at the time. And obviously I knew I was playing well at Burgess Hill. And then I got this call one night from someone who was looking after me, my agent. And he said, Hull were interested in signing you. And I was thinking, okay, how's this going to work? And literally 2 days later, I got a call from Burgess Hill saying they'd accepted an offer.
Wow.
So yeah, it happened really quickly, and I didn't really have time to think about it or anything. Not that I would have, but yeah, it just happened.
That's mental. I bet Burgess Hill buzzing with that, to be fair. Probably set them up for a while, didn't it, in terms of financial?
That's it. I think I've got my stadium down there, a new stand down there, I think. Next to my statue.
They had a hell of a end of season do, by the way.
We did, Magaluf.
Unreal.
Talk to us. What happened in Magaluf? Or does it stay in Magaluf?
Stays in Magaluf.
Good answer.
A bit like them headphones. Them headphones should have stayed in Maga, Joey.
Yeah, I think these are a gift from him. He actually brought these back to me. No, come on. These are a Christmas present, all right? From many, many years ago.
Yeah,
do you know what? I knew not to wear these tonight. I look like I don't even know what I look like.
The sticky bandits, right? Again.
Yeah, I robbed the house
all
for
right,
these.
Did
Thanks.
you buy them if you got the shirt on?
It's a bit
Yeah.
tight, that shirt, isn't it, Joey? Stand up.
It's a little bit tight.
I'll be honest.
Who did that?
I can't stand up because I haven't got anything on underneath. But no, to be fair, you like that one, Lou. I saw that. Dry Jan and just hitting the weights. That's why I'm busting out of this shirt, to be fair. It is an extra large, I think. It's a small. It's a small.
Extra, you wouldn't catch me in an extra large.
No. Great
Look-
shirt, this.
We'll look like a tent.
Great shirt.
Okay, it brings me nice on to my next question, to be fair. Best manager you've played under?
Steve Bruce / Marco Silva for different reasons. I've told you about Steve Bruce. He was just like a great guy. Got the best out of his players. Loved a night out with the players.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed my football most under him.
Yeah.
Like you'd go into training, you'd always be happy. He'd look after you. Like I remember, I was only up there 2 weeks, and I went into his office and told him I was homesick. And he let me home for a few days just to sort my head out.
Oh, that's good.
Things like that. And then flip side, Marco Silva is tactically unreal. Like it didn't work out for him at Everton, but with Hull, I've not seen training sessions or the football that we played better than we did under him. Like he was unreal. Every single aspect of the game, he was just like so nailed in.
As a player, I know you said you preferred your football under Steve Bruce. Did you learn more maybe under Silva?
Potentially, yeah. I'd say if I wasn't injured, then yes, because I wasn't massively involved in his training sessions. But I think so. Just tactically, everything. Yeah, he knew what he wanted defense to do. Defense. Have a look. That's your fault, Joe. We're watching too much of NFL. He sorted his defenders out, his midfield, his attackers,
His
everything.
quarterbacks, the lot. He did it all, Marco Silva.
He did.
He did it all.
Nah, fair play. Okay, next one. I've put here craziest teammate. Now, this is one, to be fair, that me and the lads love asking because it's the one question which we would never find out if we didn't know yourself or we didn't ask these sort of questions. And a few surprises get brought up. You know, things like we didn't think he would be like this mad in the dressing room, or we didn't think he'd be the Joker, or whatever. So if you've got a few, fine. If you can nail it down to one, that would be great. So craziest teammate that you've ever played with?
Joe knows him. He's played with him. The Spencer Slaughter.
Oh, Spenny.
What a man.
I mean, but we'll get back to Greg, but let me tell you, like, I think we've all been amongst it with people that are like nutters in the change room. This guy just epitomised the word. He's the craziest, loveliest fella though. Don't get me wrong. Like if he is going to listen to this, which I'm sure he is, I'm not saying he's a bad person, but he was just as soon as he was ready to go. But yeah, Greg, you tell us what he did before games and after games and things like that. Great guy, by the way. Love Spenny. He was unreal.
Yeah, I was going to say he's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Like he'll do anything for you. He'll look after you. I don't know, just everything about him. I just think he didn't even think about what he was doing. It just came naturally to him.
Yeah.
Like in the tunnel before the games, whether it was snowing, raining, anything, he'd have his top off, wrapped around his shoulders, like psyching himself up, like smacking himself in the chest, all sorts.
Yeah.
He used to slap himself in the face.
Punch himself in the face.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
What about
too many things to just describe? I don't know.
Yeah. What about when you're playing on the pitch and then you hear this barking noise and you're checking your shoulders to see is there like a dog like loose on the pitch, and then you'd look over and it's Spenny chasing someone.
If he's pressing someone, he barks at them.
Yeah,
it works as well. He'll be barking at someone, they'll kick out at play.
Yeah,
that's the first for me. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never heard of it before.
If you get smashed in a tackle, he'd be the first one over there in the guy's face.
Yeah.
Just everything. Every team needs him. That's what.
Yeah, definitely.
What was he like for the managers? Like, did the managers take to him, or was he just like part of the dressing room? They kind of let him do his thing.
No, manager. Well, it was under Ian Chapman. He loved him.
Yeah, and Tucky as well. Like you'll know Tucky. And if you're going to fly into tackles for 90 minutes and bark at people, then I think you're playing for the right gaffers, to be fair. Because I mean, Tucky used to get involved in training. I wouldn't go anywhere near him. But Spenny was unbelievable on and off the pitch. Great on a night out as well.
You could be playing like a horrible Tuesday cup game away from home, freezing cold, and he'd be flying around the pitch. He'd be bang up for it. That's why the managers love him. All the big games you play him, he was class.
They're ledge stuff around the dressing room, aren't they? Like brings the team together.
That's it.
Oh, decent. Right, Lou, welcome, by the way. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, Lou.
We've been going for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I've been here the whole time. First one I've got, what is the best game you've ever played in?
I think it was not last season before. We got promoted with Woking from the National South. We were second and Torquay were top, and Torquay were full-time. They've got this massive budget. You could tell because all the fans were giving each other stick. The week before on Twitter, they were hammering our players. Our fans were hammering their players. And they've got a massive following. And they must have bought 1,500, and we probably would have had 2,500, 3,000. They had the flares on the pitch. They were singing every time we went on the sidelines. They'd be smacking the board. They'd be in your face. The atmosphere was unreal. To be fair, it was better than most atmospheres I played in the Championship or any pro level game I've played. But I scored 2. We drew 3-0, unfortunately. I scored 2. I scored to put us 1-0 up, and then 2-1 up, I think. But just the atmosphere was unreal.
It's interesting you say that, Craig. Like, the lower you go down, the atmosphere gets better. Do you think that's because it maybe means more to the fans if the clubs are lesser in that sense?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
So I've had it where like
first v second, and there was just, I don't know, they're just all on top of you.
Was that game at home or at their place?
That was at home. I did play them away, and the fans again were unreal. That was another amazing game.
That's decent. That flares on the side because they're that much closer to you. You could probably feel the atmosphere a little bit more than maybe in a bigger ground or whatever. I might be wrong, but
no, I think as well, because obviously there was loads of people there, but not as many as like in a massive stadium. You could probably hear everything that's being said to you as well, which is probably quite funny in a way. Did that ever bother you? Does that ever get the better of you or anything like that?
No, I like it when the away fans do it. I love it. Like,
yeah,
that's my favourite thing. Like that makes me play better. 100%.
Gets you going.
What's the worst thing you've had heckled at you that you've heard?
I don't know. Probably when they say stuff like "you're a failed professional footballer" or these sorts of things, because they must Google me before to know all these things, or they Google me during the game.
I've had
all them sort of things.
We were playing last year, playing Chichester. This season still. Played Chichester on a Tuesday night, and it was like shit weather. No one really wanted to be there. All the lads were late. I think we started with like 9 men. And I've gone over to take a throw in next to all the away fans. And they've gone, "Oh, he shouldn't be on the pitch. He shouldn't be on the pitch." I'm like, "Why?" And I said, "Look at the size of your legs and all this." And I was like, obviously I find it quite funny and stuff. And they're calling me.
They're too long?
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, you got long lesbian legs. You got long lesbian legs." I'm like, what? That's probably the strangest one I've heard. And about 4 or 5 old codgers with their beers on the side just calling me lesbian legs for like 90 minutes. It was class, mate.
I'd take that as a compliment, to be fair.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I've still got a thigh gap. 5 years, I've got that.
Yeah. I remember I was playing for Lewis first team. And I was 16, 17, and it was like one of my first starts. And back, I don't know what it's like now at the Pan, but I remember when I was playing, it was unbelievable. The fans, we must have got about 500 to 600 on a good day, and it was really buzzing. I remember, I don't know who we were playing, but it was my first real experience. And I remember taking a throw in, and it was only about down like the away end behind the goal. It was only about 5 minutes in. I was about to take a throw in, and I've gone to get the ball. And one of the fellas was just like, he just straight up said, and I was just like, and then I didn't really know what to do. And then they all started doing it. Like mum and dad were in the crowd, and I was hoping, oh God, don't hear him, because I don't know, to be fair. But yeah, it was just mad. And the little curl here, actually, that gives it away.
All right.
But yeah, no, for me, I don't really like it. My head goes a little bit if I hear anything. But made me the player I am, to be fair.
I think it's worse if your own fans are slating you. That's horrible.
I've only had that once, but
Oh no, there was a little corner in the Woking fans. They hated me. The Luer bashers, they were called.
oh yeah, they had a Twitter thing, didn't they? They had a Twitter. What was it, like a group on Twitter or Facebook? And they just, I've read it. It's so good. They absolutely hate Greg. It was unbelievable.
They couldn't stand me.
Unreal.
Right, next one. I've got who was your football hero growing up?
Wayne Rooney, without doubt.
Wazza.
Yeah, we had him on. We spoke about him on the pod last week, just saying that he's the best Prem player to ever grace it. Would you agree?
I think I do agree. Yeah.
Mm. We had Steven Gerrard over here.
Who said that?
I personally think he's one of the best that's played in there, if not the best. But
he's got a win.
It's a debate, isn't it? Yeah, you might be right, but we're talking about best player.
Okay, I'll see that. Nah, Rooney, 100%. Obviously, being a United fan, I remember the day he signed to the day he left, and just everything about him. He was unreal. He could do absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Like even the later stage of his career, dropping in deeper, spraying the ball about, just his passion, just absolutely everything. Scored massive goals for us. Is
that what you see yourself doing, dropping a little bit deeper? Because I noticed you're getting a little bit lazier in your game, Greg. So I didn't,
Oh, don't do that. Don't.
Late 30s, I'll be sitting in the Ryman South.
Yeah.
Spraying balls.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Be back at the what's it called? The Green Elephant. Is that what it's called? The Burgess Ground.
The Greg Luer Stadium, they call
it. Pays for the floodlights.
I've got a best teammate you've played with.
As in best player?
Yes. I'd say best player and like best, just as in like best person.
I'll try and make it interesting. I'll pick a whole player just to make it more interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, views, go on.
Yeah.
Best. Technically, the best player is Tom Huddleston, without a doubt.
Yeah. Is he as good as people say with both feet?
Yeah.
No. Could do absolutely everything with both feet.
This is what I'd love to see, because I've heard a lot of pros or ex-pros that have played alongside Tommy Teckers, and they've always said like he's a joke, he's a joke. And you just think, oh, I'd love to see it. But I've actually asked Greg this question a few times, and it's always been the same. It's never changed. And I just think he must be an absolute joke technically.
Just naturally, just unreal.
Yeah.
Like, you do things and you'd be like, I literally don't understand how you're doing it.
Because even when you watch him play, he doesn't seem like, and I could be wrong, you've played with him, but it's not like he's one of the midfielders that's like box to box and he'll go flying into things. I could be wrong, but it's more or less what he does when he's just got the ball at his feet and what he can do. Or what do you think? Like when he was playing, what kind of attitude did he have?
See, he comes across like he's a bit bov, like
yeah.
But he works hard, and he does go. He is box to box when he wants to be. To be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because he's so good, he doesn't need to be all the time.
Yeah.
Like he can drop in from the edge of his box and he'll clip it with his left foot to the other edge of the box to someone's foot.
Yeah.
Like he honestly, if he was in your team 5-a-side, you'd won.
Yeah. One of them.
As a striker, Greg, did you prefer that if you're on the same wavelength with him? If he's clipping it over the top, you don't even need to sort of look. You just move into that
another
space.
thing. Like some players you make runs and they don't see it. With him, you knew as soon as he lifted his head up and you've gone, 100% you're getting the ball. Because he weren't a player who knocked it about. He weren't safe or anything with it. He weren't knocking it side to side, backwards. Like he'd try things that players don't try.
Yeah.
And maybe 2 out of 10 come off, but that's how you're going to unlock a back line.
Defense.
Yeah. See, I'm scared now. I'm going to say it again.
Just quickly, do you know when you played with the likes of Harry Maguire and Andy Robertson? Did you know them two were going to go on and do, no offense to Hull, but kind of bigger and better things, or has it been like has it kind of been a shock to you as well? Because as a Liverpool fan with Robbo, I remember speaking to you about it, and I was like, I've never heard of the kid, like, and you were like, oh, just wait. And the same with Maguire. I know at Hull he was, doing a few things, and then obviously the Leicester move was big, and now the Manchester United move. But when you were training with them, do you always see that potential? And you're always thinking, oh, they're going, or does it get talked about in the changing room? Does Robbo know people are looking at it? Does Maguire know people are in for him?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you can tell. Like Maguire, the first day I got there, the Maguire used to try and dribble around me. You couldn't get anywhere near him. Like he'd put his arm across you, were done. And he looks slow. Like people say to me how slow he is on TV, whatever, but he's not. Like you wouldn't be able to outpace him. Like you can't get near him. Same with Robbo. He's small, but he's so strong. Like you can't get around him, can't do anything. You could 100% them two, you could tell we're going to go further in their career, whereas some would maybe stay and possibly drop.
That was their level. Yeah.
But I remember, obviously being a United fan, we've been looking for a defender for years, and I just remember I always used to say to my dad or friends or anything like, United should sign Harry Maguire. And then obviously he went for that world record fee.
Yeah.
And it might surprise some people, but I knew, obviously knowing him and playing with him, I was happy as a United fan that we were getting him because I'd seen him in person.
Did you ever drop him a cheeky text like, why don't you join United?
I remember I Snapchatted him. I put United with the little eyes that are looking to the side.
Yeah.
And he just put
slid into his DMs.
He put
He read it. He left him on a blue tick.
Yeah. Left him on blue. And then reported him.
I used to play PS4 with him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he's too big time now. He don't play with me.
Yeah. Probably got a PS5 now.
He was playing I was playing Fortnite with him when he was at the World Cup with Jordan Henderson.
There's a little insight.
Yeah.
Was he any good?
He was good. I weren't very good though.
No.
Right, boys. Before we move on, we have got a spinny wheel, which I think Beige has put. Did you put our names on it?
Yeah.
So we haven't filled it.
Whoa.
There's 4 reds.
Right, so, I'm down as Marv. Again.
Explain Marv to me.
Basically,
Greg,
sometimes I wear a beanie to work with these boys, and these bits of my hair just naturally.
Don't worry. Honestly, enough said. Home Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone. Some clients are now saying like, "See you later, Marv." Look at that.
That is you.
Yeah. All right.
But he's got
let's
a few.
Get back to the.
He's got a few. We ain't getting off this. We ain't gonna. He's got Marv, Pops.
Tika's a rubbish one.
It ain't. Pamphlet as well.
I called him.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, pamphlet.
Yeah, because you're coat.
Funny thing is, these are all down to my clothing, which the bottom provides. One, I got a coat, which I've said on the last podcast, that was strong enough to get you from one end of the planet to the other on a ship. And then the other one was, made out of paper. And I had to coach in ridiculous conditions with these stupid coats on. And them two would come up with pamphlet and Pops.
Mate, it's not our
They've
fault.
stuck, apparently.
The Tika one
Yeah,
is
Cocoa
nothing to,
Pops,
do with,
mate.
nothing to do with clothing, mate.
Yeah, Tika one. You gave me the coat and it smelt like curry.
Did you have a curry the night before, Joe?
No, but I think these two think I was smuggling curry in the pocket or something. When the kids weren't looking, I'd just get out a little.
You're trying to make extra £3. It's like, kids, masala.
You used to put chicken nuggets in your pocket after McDonald's, didn't you?
Oi, let's get onto the wheel. Come on.
So what we'll do, we'll spin the wheel quick. We'll take a quick break from this, and then we'll jump straight back on it because it's going to finish in a minute. So
Okay.
what we've got, we haven't filled it. We put a name on each of the red ones. We'll leave it up to the guest on what that means we've got to do as a forfeit. We've all got drinks or whatever, but we'll leave it up to you what you think we should do.
Well, so okay.
So
So if it lands on you, you've got to do a forfeit. Me, Joe.
Yeah.
We've all got drinks, remember. Go on then, Beige.
Fucking hell, we can put a bit of welly into it, Dad.
Oh,
no,
shock.
actually.
What a shock. What a shock.
Right,
Well, did that count?
Apparently.
rigged. Fucking
George, do it again.
Whiskers.
George, do it
No,
again.
Whiskers
No.
blew the wheel.
That's fine. Joe, have you got any spirits?
I don't think so. I can.
Don't think
What,
so.
as in what kind of spirits? Because I'm not really into that kind of stuff. I'll be honest with you.
What, go?
Ghosts and that. I kind of stay clear. But I've got a beer. I can go get a beer and I can neck that. I know it's pretty rock and roll, but
Yeah, go on.
all right. So
Right,
when we're
Joey,
back,
while you get that,
Yeah.
I'll end this and then we'll jump back on it in 2 minutes or something.
cool. Sounds good.
Happy days. All right, boys.
See you later.